Hey there everybody, Dave here, Southwest Access and Video. Today's tutorial, we're going to go through how to add users to your Brivo system. Users, card holders, that term is used interchangeably. They're just people who have credentials to get into a building, to get into a particular area of the building, to a particular door. We're going to show you how to add those people in to your account. On the left side of the screen, we're going to go about halfway down to users. Hit on that, and then drop down is going to happen. You're going to get users, groups, badge template. So we're going to hit users, and then on the far right here, create new user. And this is where we're going to put in all of our information, right? The more information you can get, the better. Okay, phone numbers, email addresses, etc. Let's add an email address. If you scroll a little bit further down, you'll see upload photo or take photo. This is used if you are using badging stations or if you put pictures onto your access cards. We'll get into that in a future video. This is where you would add it. Custom fields, also future video. It's a way to add a little bit more detail when you are searching for an event, when you're searching for a person, when you're running reports on certain events, maybe how many times a particular card holder used a particular door. Custom fields is a way to drill down and really get into the minutia. It could be anything. It could be car information like make, model, color, license plate number. It could be date of hire. It could be the department that they're in. Really anything that you could think of, you can add it as a custom field, and we'll go to that a little bit later. Groups. Groups we'll discuss real quick, and we'll discuss it a little bit more later down the road, but groups are important because groups are where you put individuals, and that's what's going to give them access to a particular door. So for instance, just having Dave Fontaine in your access system with an access credential doesn't give me the ability to open a door. I have to be in a group that is assigned those particular doors, and if I'm in that group, then I'll have access to that particular door. Okay, so groups can be, you can have as many as you need. Typically the big ones are management, employee or staff, IT, visitor, and every now and again you'll have something, depending on your organization, you might have contractors, you may have vendors, things like that. So for this one, we're going to pick staff. Okay, scroll down a little bit more, and we're going to pick credentials. We're going to pull the credentials that we put in on the last video. When you hit credential, you'll see a couple of options here: mobile pass, PIN, and card. These two will go into at a later date. For this particular tutorial, we're going to stick with card. So you pick card, and here are the cards that we added in the last video. Right? These are all of they're fobs really, but this is where you would assign them to an individual or to a user / card holder. Mine happens to be 211228, so I'm going to assign that. Set effective date and time range. So if you needed to set up a time where, let's say you have a temporary hire who's only going to be there for a couple of weeks, you can set the date and time to the day that they're going to, the actual date that they're going to be working, and past that date, their card becomes non-functional. So it's a really good little feature if you needed to add a time distinction or a timeline onto their credential. It could be a visitor from out of town, whatever you see the need for. So we're going to assign the credential, and down at the bottom right, create user. Make sure you save it, and that's where everything is going to land. Okay, it's a real simple process, very intuitive with Brivo. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us here at Southwest Access and Video. We'll be more than happy to help you out. Coming up in the next few videos, we're going to go through groups, how important they are, how to create them, and what is involved with groups and why you need to add them to a user when you're assigning credentials.